你要散色吗？
嗯，
我讲如果你要散就散对吗？对，你的去年散啊。OK。
Who are you? I don't know, but I'm writing to you anyway. Where are you? How far in the future? Where'd you find my journal? I may never know, but you can know me from what I put down on these pages. I come from a little village in the mountains. No one has lived here since before I was born. But our lives changed overnight, just a few days ago when my best friend had a prophetic dream. A vision that the elder said means this season is going to end soon. The world is about to enter a new era. A great change is coming. Everyone was afraid. I was surrounded by questions and I began to feel how little I know. What is this season that is about to end, and why is it ending? What exactly is out there that could turn the world inside out? If there are still voices singing and laughing in the wilderness, I could record them before they're gone. I also thought of my dad, who always wanted to see the outside world but never did. So, I asked if I could leave. The elder had one condition for letting me go: that I take what I collect to the museum vault, a palace of art and memory at the edge of the earth. She says it's the only place safe from the turmoil of a changing season. I hope that's where you're reading this now. I can't stop the change that is coming, but this time on Earth could live on in these pages. What it looks like, sounds like, how it feels to be alive right now. I'm writing to you at the crack of dawn on the morning I leave home. I can smell breakfast cooking in the other room, and I can hear my mom's voice.
Three, two, one. Hooray! Mr. Lotto's here.
比较不情愿录的。
My bag and Dad's camera, ready for the great departure.
吉祥物吗？我不知道叫什么。红色，我觉得。
You're up. It's gonna be a beautiful morning. I'm making progress. I found the burner, camera, recorder, travel bag. Breakfast is in progress. Still gotta make a pendant. We haven't used this in so long. Good thing I saved the instructions. Just as you would use a shield to protect your body, an identity pendant protects your mind. Your thoughts, memories, everything that makes you, you. We don't wear them here in the village anymore, but if you're going into the outside world, I'll feel better when you've got a pendant shielding you. Diseases of the mind, like the dream sickness. It was Dr. Fumio's last invention. He realized that some psychedelic maladies were impossible to cure, so he made the pendant to prevent them in the first place. If you have a better idea how to protect your brain from being destroyed, let's hear it. That's what I thought. In times of war, a pendant can be used to identify a body. Let's skip that part. Objects have two layers, the physical and the mental. The pendant needs to absorb both. 1. Collect a sentimental object for each sense: sound, smell, feel, sight, taste. 2. Feel the sense and speak aloud a memory of the object. 3. Feed the object into the burner. The memory will leave the speaker as it is transferred to the pendant. That means I'll forget the memory after I say it. It's supposed to be painless, at least. No, you must remember everything. That's your role. The pendant needs this little sacrifice. I want to be sure it works. Don't be afraid. A few memories is a small price to pay for knowing you'll be safe. Okay, so this old tape should work for our sense of sound. I remember. You and I fell asleep listening to this tape. Your dad came home. We all rested together until it got dark. What an odd feeling. Like an absence disappearing. The empty space fills itself back in until I forget that I forgot anything at all. I'm glad I'm only losing a few memories. If I lost too many, I wouldn't even know who you are. You should pick the rest of the objects. I'll lose the memories, but you'll have them in a pendant forever. So they should be important to you. They should be parts of your identity you want to be sure to protect. So think about what these items and what the memories would preserve about you. Let's do smell next. Find an object with a strong odor and that holds a piece of you.
Wow.
Nothing. I used to see souls everywhere. Childhood. Too sweet, too old. I always wanted to experience new things. Granite, seaside, darkness. This speaks to how my mom loves me. Honey, wax, baby, waves. I was loved by people I have no memory of. Ancient, perfume, sweet. Nothing is ever lost.
可以选的，
Sweet
每个都可以
wax
选。
honey.
应该每个都可以选。
How I've tried to save things.
大家要包含要有。目前光一选这种 ginger beer， 问题是ginger beer 给大家讲一点。
Nothing. I always looked for other worlds.
ginger beer 也更好选。
再看一下看。
I always wanted to experience new things.
What did you choose for smell?
Ginger beer smell.
Let's breathe in deep. This ginger drink has been in our family for generations. And you, as soon as you were old enough to talk, you said, let's drink it. It's hundreds of years old, like you already wanted to experience something different. Well, we all had one horrible sip. But boy, we laughed. What would we do without you? What will we do without you? Now touch. Pick something with a texture you like.
Texture you like.
又想选这个，但是这个字义感觉很重要。
My hand in my own hand. This speaks to how my mom loves me.
不想牺牲掉这个。
我想要。Why so important to me？ 看还有什么更适合的看，如果没有就用它了。
好吃动物。
Cool, scratchy palm grains. A friend gave me this a long time ago.
So what did you end up choosing? Okay, feel the surface. A cool stone. I remember. This was in the months after your father passed. You didn't seem sad, but you just weren't interested in anything. It was hard to know what to do. One day, you and your friend Pate went fishing. You didn't catch anything, of course, but when I was putting away your bucket, we found this creature there. Pate had dropped it in without you noticing. I remember how it made you smile. And I felt, oh, no matter how much things have changed, I will get to see my little girl smile again.
这个有意义的，你怎么选的？
那就选最有意义的呗。
哦，然后还有一个。
I'm fine. Let's do sight next. Pick something that looks nice.
的话，不要忘记了。
looks nice 啊，looks nice 的话，我觉得这个加重。
poisoned,
是
blue,
你
shine. I look closely.
那其实我也是想要选那个蜡烛。
So, what did you end up choosing?
你的 baby 那个
When you were a little kid and I'd wash your pants, I'd check the pockets and find all kinds of little things you'd collected off the ground. Rocks, leaves, bits of string, and bugs. It happened less and less as you got older. But I remember the afternoon I found this beautiful blue beetle in your pocket. I thought, oh, this might be the last time.
Oh, damn, 可以讲一次。
And this dead insect suddenly became so precious to me. What is it in our young eyes that imbue every small thing with meaning? Why do we lose this? I don't think you ever did. For taste, we can eat breakfast and feed some to the burner. The memory I'll lose is the one we're forming right now. I want you to have it forever. We're standing here. You're having a last taste of home. Now you're protected by lost memories. A gem of home around your neck. This is my only condition for letting you go. You must promise me never to take the pendant off. And never tamper with it. Okay?
我尽量
Then I'm okay with you leaving. I think your camera and bag are still in your room. It's time to gather them up.
然后一出来就忘记了。啊？真的吗？不留多一下吗？
那我感觉没有什么做，我不确定妈妈会赢。
I've lost so much. How could the world ask me to lose you too? Look at us. There we are. There we were. We'll always be right here on this
没
beautiful
有，就算是
morning.
我觉得他用 past tense 啊，solo，他不是用 present tense 啊。
I just performed a ritual with my mom. The moment has passed, but I'll record it in these pages for you, for the future.
Oh, 可以 customize 啊。
下你的日记，这样。
对，这是小的。
I never knew when my mom would share a memory of Dad while cooking, on a walk, with no warning. It knocked the wind out of me. Rituals take this grief and give it a shape and a story. Filling in this journal is a ritual too, but for a loss that hasn't hit us yet. I've brought tools to record the sights and sounds of this season. I'll start by recording the only place I've ever known. Public sleep music is a tradition of ours here. When the music ends, the village will begin to wake up.
好可爱，被抛在后面。
Last night there was a goodbye party here in the plaza. Everyone was so afraid for me. To understand that fear, to understand where I grew up, you have to know the man standing watch over the plaza, Dr. Fumio.
Focus 哪一个东西？
A wish fell off the tree. I'm not supposed to read them, but it might be good for you to have an example of one. I can go against tradition a little for posterity. Dr. Fumio said the dream sickness was caused by something very powerful. He wasn't able to cure it. Dr. Fumio and his son founded Cairo back in 776. They live on through our traditions. There are 3 murals celebrating Dr. Fumio's work. These birds migrate, but we don't know where they come from or where they're going. Smells like an old man's toes dipped in cinnamon. I had to drink this gross potion last night. Like my pendant, it's supposed to protect my brain. There's something eerie about an instrument that plays itself. But wind chimes aren't eerie. This is a healing instrument created by Dr. Fumio. It draws on the pure mountain air. Kate loves fish, even though nobody here has ever seen one. This is Dr. Fumio and his son. The statue isn't as old as it looks. The artist wore it down to give it a feeling of ancientness and the authority that comes with it. Remembering everything must be painful. Dr. Fumio brought peace to so many people here. The elder sought out Dr. Fumio to cure her mother, who was suffering from time misperception. Dr. Fumio was an important person, but we also just have a need to put a human face on events that are beyond our control. He may have felt just as scared and helpless as everyone else.
How peaceful it is.
他讲在，
好别。现在你的声音好辛苦。左边，那就这个。这个不能走的。
Caro Village was founded during the modernity. Much later, Dr. Fumio arrived and remade it in his image. This flower means, you're in my thoughts. The morning after the search was called off for Dad, our doorstep was covered in them.
No.
A village that was created as a place to heal. Is that where my instinct to try to help comes from? It's so strange to imagine I'll be shaped by places and people I haven't met yet. So strange to imagine that I might feel at home somewhere else.
No.
I like the fish though.
Uh-oh.
What's fun? Single player 就是要玩这种玩什么鬼游戏？他为什么要离开？
Is it recording?
Yes.
Okay. How to leave home for my daughter. Find a sacred square of earth. Lay down so you have the dirt at your back. Close your eyes. Close everything. Do you see for yourself? You see for the dead, for the unborn. Do you listen for yourself? You listen for the dead, for the unborn. Your ancestors are in that dirt. All the living and all the dead are holding you up. Now stand. They're still there, aren't they? It's time to move, to entangle yourself everywhere, with everyone. So the next time you lay down in the dirt, you will have so much more to tell them.
Pate fixed up 3 bikes instead of 1.
Where is it gonna be?
Panda 一定是什么
Can be pink color solo? No, Panda. Yellow 好像。
啊 ，yellow 啊。
係啊 ，yellow 啊。嚇！What do you mean?
What? Why follow me?
Because you chose yellow. Now this is your fate, Panda.
Yellow is bright. Oh my god.
哇，還有 manual 啊！
好快啊！再次可以。哇 ！Oh my god， 很厉害了 ！She's gone. She's gone. She left from mom. She never have it.
啊，就寻找。被拍摄，我往后看那个， 看他的后面，
万一看到你的冲击。
然后呢，这样就容易保人。来来来，看。
我都是
面包。
面包是主要面包讲谁运动？我是博 A。
哇，我们想吃，我们想去吃来。你还能多多？好舒适。
You were right. The letter never made it. The season before this one, the war, seems so horrible.
They got cake, they got lasagna, they got carbonara also. Curry puff.
In the village, these cranes look like little creatures, grazing. I had no idea how huge they are. That poor baby. Before setting up in Kero Village, Dr. Fumio roamed the land curing people. It must have been hard when he wasn't around anymore, especially for people who couldn't travel to the village.
我也成了。好，等下他快好了。
这个是一个 adventure 的故事。
呀。
然后找到一个怪物是什么？
有怪物吗？
哎耶！没有人懂啊，没有人看过这个游戏哦，原来
有些零零的。
没有可能玫瑰花，肯定不是玫瑰花。
三。
向日葵。
这抱歉。
没有，不是向日葵，没有那么。
花。海菊中。
再别康桥，再别康桥。
My first time petting an animal. I think it went pretty well.
呀，他因为他 trap 在，他没不是 trap 的，他是呀没过去，然后彩幕还没有看过。
她是城市的一个女生，然后她就走出来看这种。
呀，城市。
你不要拍照先。
他不要抬头。
We learned about old technology in school, but not much about animals. What are these?
What do you mean, Panda? Abuse?
There's another one. The sea.
我一靠近它就。哇！
I heard that village was abandoned because of a mind disease. Not every community had someone like Dr. Funio to perform the cures.
Fuck!
多一只白色的。有啊，前面。
在右边。
呀，在右手边的。
好是。
你等下退回去看，我看到是羊啊。
啊！
也在视角。
对，
太多
好像
啊，太多啊！
这样感觉好老啊！
哇，这个
老妹妹，
这个当打2可以，给他做主角。哎，我要强迫车，我要对骑车。No no no，
再上，加一点，再上。
I feel nourished in these sights by the unfamiliarity of it all. These means of connection, long in disuse, are certainly telling me something about the world. Will they be used again in the next season?
"你可以跟那个养猪狗。
对呀，
可以啊，就是
呀，还有棉花，咱们放的头，咱们一起放的。
McDonald's
那，
那个的猪那个เปิด那个花。
โอ้ย
大家，那很漂亮啊
这！是绵羊，你的天鹅，你的猪
这不。斩羊，
他的脚那么大个，还是凹曲。
绵羊会出一个吗？还是没有人？
有点那个尼尔奥特曼蛋，黄。
这些人是。
I cycled through landscapes, seeing them for the first and last time. I had no idea when I left my home how the season would end, or more importantly, how soon.
有这个，探险完了没回家？探险完回家？
可是需要很多很多年啊！
还好啦，还好啦。
你要去搭飞机去到另外一个国家再继续。
没有飞机啦，对。
On a cold, damp day, I feel true loneliness for the first time. Nobody could have described with words how big this world is, how it goes and goes. I passed through it, where others passed before me.
杜米我就是。Someone was out here alone.
我没有自己很分享。 post internet。
That's latte。
如果你叫我去苏莎，我都会叫没有。
One melody is like me out here alone. I have a feeling they use these music boxes to fall asleep. Two voices is like me and my mom.
No,
we can survive.
Don't do it.
But eventually, you need more. Three voices as complex as life is supposed to be. I could listen forever. They kept themselves company with music. Looks like they made it out of here. But what is this group? When I was a kid, I heard voices talking inside the sound of rain. I still listen for it, even though I know it's not there. In the empty places, I found companionship in the tapes I recorded before leaving home. The elder told me the story of her life. I listened back to it, ready to note down anything that seemed important.
Let's set the scene for the listener, whoever that might be. This is the elder speaking. We're sitting in the plaza, saying goodbye to a dear soul. We're here to see if there's anything useful in my mind that could help you on your trip. A century's worth of memories, dreams, fantasies, visions. Like a big, old, haunted library. When I die, this library will burn down. But which book should we check out first? I don't have all the answers. But I do feel the story of my life could help you understand what kind of world is out there. It's okay not to understand everything right away. The moment may pass before you've gotten a firm hold on it. As long as you're there to witness it, to take it down in your journal, you and others to come will someday take the time to make sense of it all. Francis Kale, if you must know. You can call me Frank. Or Elder. Or the Elder. Or Elder Frank. You know, whatever. I don't care. I was born on the ocean. My mother and father worked on a cruise ship. Short-lived but glorious, watery republics. Floating cities. Most won their independence by the time I was born. How can I describe them? They were a jewel of the golden season. Pleasure boats with a radical political program. How the golden age was a time of flags, logos, mottos, mastheads. My mom taught me to read them. She was a ship's philosopher. My dad was a recycling engineer. Recycling on the ship was a matter of life and death. We had to get the most out of every object and watt of energy. My grandparents played with the past. They changed it like we change our wardrobe. So it was a different answer every time. But they often said we were exiles of some kind. Exiled royalty from a secret lineage. Blood that glows in the dark. Or we were exiled from the mouth of some great leviathan. When they were older, they just said, we're from here. We're from right now. I loved the way the ship would tilt and roll with the waves, especially as I fell asleep. It was so comforting. Picture me as a kid in bed, feeling the swaying of the ship. It was like being rocked to sleep as a baby. I loved exploring the ship too, wandering through the suites, the swimming pool, the game rooms, and oh, there were 2 dance halls, a large, elegant one and another one in the basement. A lot of my firsts were down there, my first dance, my first kiss, and so forth. Our ship was taken over in the early days of the war. That was the end of the watery republics. I heard the dance hall in the basement became a weapons cache. It took me half my life to say goodbye to the world I knew in my youth. Imagine me and my parents and everyone I knew being escorted off the ship by a company of soldiers. And I'm thinking, I hope they don't make a mess of my room. I was embarrassed by the younger kids who were crying their eyes out, but they knew, I guess. Even as things got bad, I couldn't imagine the changes were permanent. It's easy now to look back and say, the internationalism of the golden season was violently breaking down. You can be naive about all kinds of things, but not war. Most of my life has been spent in isolated communities, and the one moment I was in the wild world, you couldn't pick a more chaotic time. And we had been warned this season was going to end. Oh, but we didn't understand the warning. You see, one night, along a coastline, we saw beautiful lights shimmering above the water. Later, we found out this was an ancient warning system. It hadn't been used in so long. We didn't know what it meant. We just thought, well, ain't that pretty? We tried to stick together and camped out on the coast of the prismatic grounds. A kingdom of art and science. They got rich during the golden season. Everything that made them beloved before the wealth came. Passionate, uncompromising, self-obsessed, made them unbearable once they had power. Artists make terrible kings. Are you sure you want me to keep going? The story gets darker from here on. Okay, so conditions in the camp were getting worse. My mom got lost in thought for long periods of time. She'd be completely still for hours, days even. We realized she caught, well, now we call it time misperception disorder. It's when you lose your ability to tell how much time is passing. A minute can feel like an hour. A day can pass in 10 seconds. What's so hard is the feeling of absolute loneliness. Normally, we're all at least roughly in the same flow of time. But with this disorder, you walk alone, truly. We heard about a traveling doctor who could cure these kinds of diseases. I decided to go find him. I found out his name was Dr. Fumio, and he traveled with his son Lucio. People talked about him like he was a god. I described my mom's condition to Dr. Fumio. He said there was no cure yet, but there was a village high in the mountains. He thought it was high enough he'd have a better chance of treatment. Lower places are more dangerous. Valleys are the worst. He invited me to join them in going to the village, but I wanted to go back and get my parents and bring them with me. I packed my things and got ready to leave the next morning. That night, my mom came to me in a dream. She was standing in a field of flowers. I'd grown since I last saw her. We were the same height. She pressed a finger hard into my palm. She taught me well. I knew the meaning of the gesture. I knew no matter what I did, I'd never see my parents again. In the morning, I told Dr. Fumio I would follow him to Karo village. The next few weeks were very physically tiring, hiking, climbing. And when we found the village, building, planting, cleaning, Fumio brought sick people from all over the world, and they got better. The treatments worked. Everyone was healing. So why couldn't I? One day, we got word the war was over. We never found out how it ended. It was like peace just swept over the earth in a split second. There was a party in the plaza to celebrate the end of the war, but I couldn't bring myself to go. Yes, it was over, but it had taken my home, my family. That night, as I was falling asleep, I felt the bed tilt and sway gently, as if it was being tossed on the waves of the ocean, as if I was back in my bedroom on the ship, as if I was back in my mother's arms, being rocked gently to sleep. I knew I was finally home, and nothing could hurt me.
No, 他们走了啦。
Yeah.
回想战争，以前是在船，他很喜欢这种在船上的这种睡觉生活，
摇晃
呀，摇，很像妈妈抱着你这样摇 baby 这样子啊，他很喜欢那种感觉。But after 突然间有一场战争这样子哦，然后他们的船
I
被
imagine
征用
coming
了，
upon a place as
然
hidden
后
and singular as my own
他们战
village.
争结束过后
Eventually, I
又
found
回
myself
那种
circling a
感觉，
valley,
他就回想
looking for a way
然后
in.
回到妈妈的怀抱那种。一直这个。
We never used this kind of technology in my village. Nobody trusted it.
光掉了，因为他们有一个光，
老人痴呆症。
不是我，就是那个人。
OK。
我也看。
谁也看的。
Watch back 。他离开前也是
用慢慢的去换一个 pattern 来。
哦 ，Who is this？
竟然有人在这边。
人来是 monkey 耶 ，Come on。
人来了。
哦，我还以为像那个马达加斯加的
Valley. One second.
全部忘记完了。 呀，哦，blur，
拍照，
拍谁？要拍
上面那个，
拍这个人。
那个的同一天，他已经进去那个好几遍了。
The elder said that people were exhausted by symbols after the war. But here are a few hanging.
Is that a strotopop? What are they called? What is it?
他也忘记啊。
What if?
I love old gear like that. It's getting more and more rare. I had a camera, but it broke. Not that interesting of a story. What are you doing here?
What are you doing here?
The whole thing, huh? You're young. You got time. What kind of stuff are you recording? Oh yeah, civilization they call it. The valley would be a good place to use those tools. Too bad it's closed down. Let me finish up here, huh?
就这样。
怎么可能爬过去？
跳楼。
找了个方法。
Yeah, not actor or story guy or animal, but I would.
I'll think about what kind of visitor I want to be.
Hey.
还没看完呢。
带我们去。
This was like a second home for a while. That was fun earlier when you showed up. And I was carrying the cardboard man. You were like, who are these guys?
Who are these guys?
I've been pretty bored here. You know, the valley's going to be flooded soon. That's why nobody can go in there. The dam is falling apart. It's too old. There's nobody left who knows how to repair it. We're taking it down so we'll know when it'll collapse. It gives us time to evacuate everyone. Greyhounds. We're a community organization. We do all kinds of fun stuff. Health clinics, minesweeping, daycare, evacuations, weddings. We're new. It was supposed to be because we're helpful yet neutral. We took a vote and decided to change the name, though. We want something more friendly sounding. I'm excited to find out what it would be. We're trying to get new things going. But it's hard. The past really has a tight grip on people. Doesn't feel like a fair fight. So we're trying to, well... Anyway. It's funny. I stood guard here for a week, and I've only seen greyhounds like myself, and valley people on their way out. But now I see you, and you're like a... new element, or something. I've never met anyone doing what you're doing. And we greyhounds gotta support new things. So... I'm not supposed to let anyone in. How can I? Jeez. I think you should go down into the valley and take a look. Gonna try something here. Dang it. I was trying to wink. Well, you get the idea. Go on and put that old gear to use. You can take my map of the valley too. I don't need it anymore. I'll be down to pick everyone up around midnight. See you then.
I met a greyhound. He let me into the valley. I think he wanted me to record what the greyhounds were up to, and he gave me a map.
道，
不懂，
这个圣经点在哪里？
我也不懂。
The assembly point seemed like a good place to start. I wonder what he expects me to discover in the valley. It seems like I'll have to wait for night to enter the shrine. This looks ancient. It must have been hard to carve a pattern like that into a rock.
进去啊，
进去，
门都开给你了。
世界地。
他跟你讲第一个集合地点了。等你想到那个什么是什么，你再跟我讲。
应该不会想到。
我以为你要拍那国旗看，没事吗？后面有那个单手那个，
有
单手的国旗，蓝色那个。
哦，看到了。
外面啊。
右手边。
The elder didn't think I'd see any flags. This could be a sign that the season is changing.
What do you mean? No, no speaker. No.
哇，look at this sun。
我不懂耶，突然间它的那一个桥啊，有一点像那个原神那样。
要不快，看出去。
我就突然间想到。还是鞋呀？
他故意要写。
没有，我不小心按到。
我以为你故意要写。
会随机找一个小人，然后他会挖这个人 experience 他。
Enjoy 哈。
I have wondered about the lives beneath unkept graves. The elder told me there's very little information about the years before 500.
像那个 Washington 的那个 monument 呀，那个一乐区啊。
很恐怖诶，什么右边那个。
I'm probably the last person that will ever be welcomed here by this sign.
But it's all history though. 你不拍就没有。
All above will remain. All below will wash away.
That's scary. 我觉得是。那我觉得。
It's a graveyard.
Yeah, it is.
Don't take a memory out. Stop and listen. You might be surprised what the flower have to say.
I wonder what the flowers have to say.
Is it Lily?
Huh?
Oh.
中间那个 Oh my god, it's speaking to me. I can hear it.
God of sleep.
Memory told over and over.
God of sleep.
我拿到achievement啊，这个叫 deep。
God of sleep. I've been gathering heartache, and I've been gathering courage. If my big prayer is wrong, if it goes against divine will, please spare the people of this valley. We're so desperate for peace.
She must have been important to have such an elaborate solitary tomb.
只有他一个人哦。
我提下他。
他才懒惰走。
哇！
你这个。哦，没有礼貌。啊，这就是我这边。
没有啊，就是刚刚那
个。
我等。
不能听你。
哦。我没有方向。
没开玩笑。
没有笑话。
还可以去那边。
可以下去湖那边钓鱼。
你应该就是刚讲的，就是这里。
怎么那个 effect 还在喂？
因为有一个那个草，有那个花。
People here are so weak. I heard gunshots last night. That was us. What is that? Look at the pond, the water. What is that pattern? Should we run or something?
Something frightening happened in this memory. But what was it?
快下海，游下去。
我看到了
有那个什么怪是吗？
没有，不是怪，它是图。Hungry eyes and empty stomach.
These metal animals are looking up, expectantly.
I don't think you can jump. Take a picture.
鸟或一只鸡。
全部拼。
应该是因为那个花的关系。
Yeah, the flower is cursed.
People. God of sleep.
Okay, 这样哦。
It's a notebook.
People here are so weak.
You are so weak. 应该是你。
哦，打战了。
It sounds like they want to adapt their organization to the people in it, and not the other way around.
在哪里？
总部是不是在打场？
我是在想是打场，因为之前是在最旁边。
你不要忘记你的任务是要帮那个 Greyhound 查出他们在做什么的。
不是讲去帮助人。
Imagine if the man I met is the only living Greyhound. And there must be a lot of people going to the city if they need to keep track of them with cards. The Grey Hands want to end this season.
那个方有了3个都有了，诶，还有一个 video 的。这里。
They say they're going to build the next season. How? The Grey Hands are the future in all its uncertainty, the good and the bad, the hope and fear of progress. The loneliness of this season will be left behind. A collective project is coming. The Grey Hands seem to care what people think about them. There seems to be suspicion about the real condition of the dam and why it's being taken down.
Oh, thank God someone is still down there. I've been trying to get a hold of someone for hours. Ah, thank you. I forgot the Day Zero materials. You know, the visual literature, the warm bath of ideas? I left it at the dig site. It should be sitting on a barrel with a fruit sticker on it. Oh, wait! Hold on. I forgot to do the secret password. I don't even know who you are. Is it too late now, you think? Okay. What day is the day after tomorrow?
后天。再给你们选，你们选。What day after?
Phew, okay. I did figure you'd be... Sorry, I didn't recognize your voice. Hard to keep track of all the new recruits. What else was I going to say? There was vandalism on a few of the posters. Bad stuff. I put them in the trash. Keep an eye out for more. Anyways, thanks for answering. The Day Zero material is in the dig site, pretty sure. It should be sitting on a barrel that has a fruit sticker on it. You know, I guess I was going to say you could bring it to me, but the flood will destroy it anyway. So, actually, I was worried for nothing. Everything is lost in a flood. God, we really know what we're doing. I'm excited for this all to be over. I'm excited for this all to begin. Bye-bye now.
Stay where you can hear me, okay?
Thank God they have electricity down here.
Did you hear from your friend in the Watery Republic? Which one is that?
The Topaz. We could get a ride with them on the coast.
Great. And we're really just gonna leave the car behind.
That's a junker anyway.
Beautiful.
I told you 786 would be our year. I sang you that whole song about it.
You sound so free and happy, just roaming around the world.
Hey!
Is that your name on your collar? Let's see. You are Madrigal.
Oh, bye bye.
And you are Mata.
全部上粉 M 是吗？好像牛的名字全部上粉 M 的感觉。Look at so many Momos.
And your name is Tupet. I wonder who named you that.
你的朋友叫 Pate.
You are a cow and you were named Krasnahorkai.
What the fuck? What's the white one though?
What?
I need road.
一开始在
哎，这边。一刚开始不是白色。
beautiful cow named Gorp.
Oh, Gorpu. I like this. Gorpu. That's cool. Oh, 这可不可以进去？是有地图吗？特色地图？
没有它。
很多跟它。
We got a big show today.
Huge show.
Breaking news. The Grey Hands have died.
We're being reborn, baby.
And we're taking suggestions for our new name.
Live on the air suggestions from the rank and file.
You don't even need to be a Grey Hand to suggest a name.
True, true.
The number to call is 0019. That is 0019. First caller, hit us with a name.
Hi, yeah. I was thinking the bricklayers.
Okay. Bricklayers.
Laying some bricks. Well, yeah, thanks for the suggestion.
We'll be taking them all afternoon, so keep them coming.
That number again is 0019. You're listening to Grey Hand Radio. We are broadcasting live from Grey Hand HQ.
And we're going to take a little break.
If the Grey Hands are changing their name, you'd know them as something else.
Oh, 全部走过来哦。
对牛弹琴。
哇！我还没听 jazz 的是 music for cow 真的是。我拿一个气氛叫 music。
对，全部过来。
The artist has depicted the Grey Hands as a child. They don't have faith in their capabilities, but see them as innocent? I've never drank cow's milk, let alone some kind of frozen version.
You drink cow's milk?
The name of this cow is TVC15. Oh my.
Yeah, fancy.
Back up and then go. 现在红色这个，我们刚刚在你看到有一个粉红色这样的 building 里，那个就是我们现在的。
粉红色，
然后现在我们可以往左走或者往前走，你要往左走还是
往前走？往前现在。就往前那个 white color 那个什么。
giant.
有个往下呢，
是带一个小的。我现在的镜头有点
慢。
对，一样。右左右，中，这是 map。喂，上面走过了啊。
刚刚其实走过了，快一些地方是。
Alright. Really? 看着人不耐烦。我觉得有卡顿的感觉。
有。
真的吗？这我没有看到。
没有，刚刚他调那个高的。他总是没有啦。
那我们要去哪一个？
有啊，上一段是要sunset，那时候晚上才去，我觉得。
Alright, go behind you.
左边先呢？
哦，哇，真的是。
OK，右边先呢？对，我远远就看到了，是的，感觉。Beautiful, take a picture of it. With your skirt.
I'd like to live in a house that looks like this, forever on fire. What is a symbol but a word without a sound?
有看有这个手这个地方，这里这种那个灯笼这样。
The faces look trapped in there.
I never expect anything. What's that tree? Why the tree very important?
There is no end and no beginning.
I knew my brain was doing something special.
104
I thought I'd wake up with an idea for a new shape or color. Everybody would love my new shape or color. But instead, my brain gave me a dream which made people afraid. Which is making you leave. The dream scared me, but also made me glad to be alive. I am happy to keep living. I don't mind. The elder said it means the season is ending soon. I want to tell you the dream now.
It's a guy.
Let's shut our eyes and lay on the roof. We are already on the roof. That's good. I'll speak the dream out loud and you imagine it. You can close your eyes now. I'll tell you when to open them. I am in the forest. The sun is bright. My stomach rumbles. I'm hungry. I look for something to eat. There are fruit trees lining the path. I look for one to pick, to eat. I climb up one of the trees and reach out to grab a shining red apple. I blink, and suddenly the apple is rotten. It looks like it's full of spiders. I blink again, and now the apple is just a baby apple. Not ripe or rotten. I lose my balance and fall onto the ground. The apple changes colors. Some are eaten, some disappear.
Ooh, apple Cinderella.
I hear a voice. Someone is there with me. I try to recognize who they are, but their face keeps changing. They're kind of everywhere. I tell them I'm hungry. I want what the earth is trying to give me. They say, these aren't apples. They're memories of every apple I've ever seen. There's something wrong with my eyes. And there's something wrong with the soil. They say I need to look into the sun to clear out my vision. They say we're going to look together, and that when we do, they'll melt away. They want to. Then behind them I see you, watching from the shadows. You've been taking notes on everything. This makes me feel better. I turn my head and I let the light in. I lose track of everything. When I get my senses back, I find myself holding a round, red fruit in my hand. I don't know what it is, but I take a bite, and it's the most delicious thing I've ever tasted.
What is apple?
Then I woke
Apple
up.
doesn't exist.
You can open your eyes now.
它都开呀。
You probably have
但
questions.
那个女生会不会也不记得牛奶，因为她也开始失去记忆？
I was seeing old apples, new apples, everything.
Yeah. What do
I
you
couldn't
mean?
see the right now part of everything. I had to forget a little. The face of the ghost person in the dream? They were everyone and no
哪一
one.
个？这个？
It reminded me of someone I used to look for.
我讲的是主角。
My birth was not easy. I was bigger than most babies. After I was born, the elder advised them not to have any more children. But years later, my parents tried. They told me I'd have a sibling, but we lost them a few weeks later. I felt like it was my fault. I should have been born last, if ever. I needed to see this missing person somewhere. So I searched faces for a face I'd never seen. I thought I had to carry them forever. But in the dream, they wanted to become part of everything. I had to let them go, which felt like a piece of me was dying. It hurts a lot, but it's a nice thing to do if you can. To let part of you become part of everything. Oh, I feel a bit winded now. I feel like everything is happening the way it should. But I still wish none of it would happen at all. I wish my dream didn't mean anything. I wish we had wasted more time together. I'd like that very much. We'll go down this roof together, and you'll keep going down and down, down into the heart of the world. Thank you for listening to my dream.
What? 他忘了 he's forgotten.
Go back to your old route.
Is this a sculpture or raw materials?
Oh, that sound. The camera click. The valley used to be so full of the sounds you couldn't hear yourself think. Now to hear it again. That sweet, awful click. You came to see the work of the reclusive artist. Come here. Let me see. Bring it close. Oh, my eyes. I can only see here. Awful. Okay. Form, color, subject. Simply awful. That was me trying to play to the crowd, to be charming. A crazy woman made this junk. An artist. I buried her a long time ago. I'm surrounded by it. I spent my life trying to make something beautiful and true. I failed. Can you bring me photos of my art? I'd like to see my work one more. I want to see how I wasted my life. Come, show me.
No,
What do you think of it? Wrong. What a soulless object. Look at that face. Broken eyes. Nothing graceful about it. I should have grown ivy over them. At least the flood will take it all away. Was I never truly inspired? Did I really fail so completely? Let's see another.
The text is barely legible. 3 aphorisms from the young. None should see the face of love and live. It looks like a set of aphorisms. Now to find the rest.
The color is hideous.
Oh, no.
I thought if I stood outside his door long enough in the rain, that God would let me inside. All I did was toil my fingers to pieces. I wanted to capture this valley in a piece of art. That's all. Best of luck to you. I tried my whole life and all I did was create piles of trash. Enough about my... Let me see what else you've got in that journal. My trash all on a page together, like a real art exhibit. One day, You could add my name to it. Mitsuura. They might as well know who to blame. A museum vault. Every artist dreams of their work hanging on its walls. Oh my God. You'll try to go there? It's so far. It'll drain your life away trying to reach it. It might be a longer term than you expect. You may be as old as I am by the time you get there. Your journal might end up in the vault, which means my artwork might end up there. Oh, that would redeem everything. Every wasted hour. When a dream crawls back out of your throat, it hurts. But I can do better than those little statues. I can. If you help me. This art will memorialize Qing Valley. And we'll finish it together.
是不小心玩到还是什么或跌倒？
Qing Valley has many faces, many themes, characters, eras, stages of its existence. Take a look through this junk, and we'll pick one of those faces. A face to show Qing Valley to the unborn children of the night. You do that while I make some tea.
呀，就是不能走路啊。打石膏啊，打石膏不能动，那脚不能动，等它恢复。
哇，那。